Can you hear me? Guess so. Welcome back to another episode of From Graphic Journal to Graphic Novel. Lo rifaccio? Ok, I'm doing it again. This time I'm looking at you. Welcome back to a new episode of From Graphic Journal to Graphic Novel. I'm just setting up my set. Yeah, maybe like this. Let's light Palo Santo. I'm stressed as always before starting a video. So let's, okay. How do you say like this? Like, let's clean the energy. I'm going to put it like on my watercolor dish. I'm in my studio with my microphone working, and I am going to show you my setting. I received one comment on Patreon that when I asked what do you want to know, what do you want to see about my graphic journaling from graphic journal to graphic novel, work in progress. Let's breathe. I don't know why I'm not breathing while I talk, so let's just okay, I am ready now. So somebody asked in the Patreon, when I asked what do you want to know? What do you want me to talk about in this from graphic journal to graphic novel process? And the question was, well, maybe you can show us your setting. Okay, so my setting, it's an home studio, even though I have a studio also in Strangeland, in La Rochelle, that I share with other artists, other people. When I work for my, at least for the part of the creation of my graphic novel, I like to stay at home. I like to have days in which I just woke up, have a coffee, and in the silence, without activating myself, without showering, without moving too much, I sit on the table and I start working. It feels very good. It's some kind of, I don't get my mind too awake from distraction and interaction, even though it's not very good for the back. But I'm going to show you also what I do for my back pain. So yeah, this is my home studio. That is basically a room, a spare room in my house. I have this lack. I don't know, maybe it's not total lack because it's a lot of work, but in some way I have the privilege of having one spare room in my apartment here in the small town where I live. And I'm thinking, even though I've talked about this so too much, maybe, or a lot anyway, I always thought that when I was young, I imagined myself in this loft as a studio, like artist studio. It's a loft, maybe in Manhattan or maybe in Brooklyn, and actually, no, it's not like this. It's a room in a flat, in a building, and but I am lucky and I'm happy, and the mood is the same that as I was like working in a loft in Manhattan. I'm honestly, it's almost true every day, not always, but when I stop myself and I think, okay, I have an home studio. I can maybe enjoy it instead of setting, like feeling myself not arriving to a standard that I created without any like real rules when I was like 16, 30 years ago. Let's go. Let's go visit. So the room, it's not very big, but we have very unclean window, but maybe we can start from outside. Let's go visit. There is the sun. This is the place where I spent all the quarantine during COVID. And we are in February. Today is pretty warm. And so. Um, I I guess it's a pretty full. I'm not a minimalist, as you can see. I'm so much of a maximalist. And in the other room, in my living room, I keep all my books. But here I have a selection of my. I can say those are like sort of spirituality books. Some are interesting, some are weirds. I even have a no-show book that my uncle gave me. No, this one my uncle gave me. This one I find in a bookshare. Didn't read it though, but I like the the, the cover because it's like silver anyway. Then we have one cover of Stone, like Italian version of Stone Butch Blues, which I draw, which I illustrated, the Leslie Feinberg book, and so I keep it here as a mojo. I was so happy to do this illustration. Then here I have a big part for zines, fanzines, especially zine from when I was maybe this not this one for YouTube. Let's find another that doesn't have something on the cover. Okay, maybe this. So those are zine that I'm keeping since high school, but some of them are lost, but some of them I took back, like my father sent them to me. And then this, I have a lot of toys and like I keep them. Then I don't know, those I don't know why they are here. Maybe I use them. They are pretty random here. Maybe I show them later or maybe not. We still have some spirituality book. We have like spirituality, but also like Mahabharata or some, some self-help also, spirituality, self-help, or this kind of thing. Here we have all my graphic journaling research, and those are my journal, which they have like the exercises from 2020 until today. If you are seeing this on Patreon, I'm going to show you some of those pages and you will know those exercises. Like those are my notes. This one started in August 2023. Maybe I can go back. Let's see this one. No, let's see the first one. This was the first, not the first graphic journal like exercise, but before 2020, I used to give like graphic journaling exercises like drawing and self-narration exercise. Then it became more like spiritual, emotional, art therapy kind of exercises. and it's fun because at the beginning I even used to write down the meditation. You know, we do always a small meditation at the beginning of the class, and now I don't read it anymore, and maybe they are pretty shorter. But at the beginning, yeah, I used to also write down what do I have to say. And this is the second one. I used to write on those, like the classes were more written, and now, as you may, right, now as you see on the last one I showed you, they are more like I just write down hints for the exercises, and then I develop the exercises while I talk and I draw at the same time. Then let's continue. Here I have this super amazing plush toy, plushie, I don't know how to say, by this artist called Ninon, and this character is called Nestor van Racletten, and I've bought it like maybe 15 or 17 years ago. Then we have some books like that I don't know where to put. There are like art therapy, but also like artist self-help. This is I received it like free by a guy who used to do a lot of advertising on Instagram, and I didn't even read it. Then yeah, some of them. Was very interesting. Was interesting. Also, this one I love this one so much. Then we have this is Gigio. No, I'm sorry, this is not Gigio. This is Gigio. They look the same, but they are not. This is a sort of Cupid I have since I was like maybe 1 years old. I'm a huge fan, and once maybe 20 years ago, my mother was in London and find this one like in a, I don't know, charity shop, or I don't know, and she bought it to me saying, I found Gigio for you. It's the same. And I was like, oh, thank you so much, but maybe you don't know that I've kept Gigio all my life. Then here we have Tarako, which is a sort of Cupid face from a Japanese brand that do like this egg fish egg sauce, and their the brand called Kewpie, and this is the character, and I'm a huge fan, as you can tell. And then here we have few shelves that since I cannot do bricolage, and so my shelves are on with like stickers. Where is my hand? As you can see, I put stickers that has sort of nails, and then I put them on like this. Don't judge me. And so then we have few sort of Kewpie Italian Pacciocchini mermaid, which I'm very fond of. And this is a picture I've bought in Lesbos in Greece, done by this Greek photographer called Zeli. Oh my, I cannot remember her name. She's very talented, and she also did this documentary about the Isle of Lesbos and the community of lesbians there. Anyway, this is a drawing I did, and with the sun is going disappearing. And then I have put them, toys and books give me a mojo and help me create. here we have Cacapiscia, which is like the zine I used to made when I was in high school in the 90s. And this is Capitan Harlock, Albator, as they say in French. I am a huge fan, and I bought them in Belgium in a brocante. This is Frida Kahlo. I drew her for a market a few years back. Anyway, I love thrift toys, and also I love to keep with me like this. This is a written and drawn by Kimia Dawson coloring book, and then I have few other, artist paper from Louise Bourgeois, and then I have this is me with my daughter when she was like 1 hour old, and then here we have another Taraco, and then here we have this poster that I just framed and from, okay, let's, I have this frame just like it was me, like I did this graphic journaling class at the University of Edinburgh, excuse me, and then là-haut, how do you say, there is a pyrography portrait I did of Justine doing yoga on the floor. This is a zine I made during a class in Strangeland, and this head is very funny. It's so cute. It's a pencil sharpener. You pencil in the eye. You put the pencil in the eye, and then there is a button on the back. And maybe I can show you. Wait. Okay. This my friend Blaze Tattoo, like 20 years ago, gave me as a present because I was a shop manager, and once I stayed there to help him, I don't know doing what, and he brought back this kind. So I don't remember the name of this brand, but you do like this. It's like horror movie style, like a satanic doll. Okay, I sharpened my pencil, and then okay, let's put back this. And then we have this little dog did by this artist called Double Parlor. And here I have tables because I'm working on my graphic novel, and I need to have those binders very near me in order to, yeah, to keep my work near. And I have one for like colors, one for sketches, and I said last time, I keep my work in progress in those kind of binders. This is the reason I have this is Transformer, and this is Play with Fire. In here I have all my Mermtrans works, and here I have my Inktovers. And then we have like here I have books that I'm keeping some kind of near because I'm needing them in some way for my book I'm doing, especially the Masculinities book, but also Testosterone files from Max Wolf Valerio. We have a few from Lou Sullivan, and then we have Frida Kahlo letters, and then we have Steve Abbott work. Yeah, Daisy Le Tourneur. You don't. how do you say in English? It's about masculinity again, Paul Preciado, yeah, some other Egon Botteghi, transparent stories, and yeah, some are useful, some other are here for the mojo, and then there is some place are like the mess. I don't know where to put things. Those are the books that I have started but stopped in some way and are work in progress. And this is mess and papers. And then there is some other little like altars. I have these little altars with this Toblerone remade with Mamini wrote on this by Mina. Then I have these, yeah, things. And then these are my grandmas, and there is two cards from Julie Doucet, and then there are, some, I don't know, random things, and then there is this how do you call it? Furniture I found in the streets. I didn't even bother to paint again because I'm sloppy, but I'm using it to, yeah, to put this inside and don't try to stay organized. And then there is this other that looks messy, but in some way I guess it's not, because it looks messy, but I could say that it's not, because I still have things from like colors and inks from years ago. I keep everything. I remember where it's everything, and so I have all the pens, all the pencils, all the yeah, like by they are not very fancy because I keep things in like a jar from jam or from cup noodles, but I have stickers. It's messy, but it's also like I know where everything is. Self-portrait from when I had hair, and then yeah, we have this mess, but I know where everything is. And then we have like wood for the graphic, for the pyrography, and paper and different kind of paper. And here I have all sort of blank journals, and then toys again. This is like my friend Sebastiano gave it to me, I guess. I don't remember how did I arrive to have this amazing guess Luca Maleonte poster. And about fancy poster, I also have this from Francesca Proto Papa. And then there is this pyrography of mine, did maybe in 2012 or something like this. And I'm keeping it here because this, at the same time, Mina remade like a cover of this, and I so much prefer Mina's version. And then let's go to my table. So I have there a ring light. That this is not the stand for this ring light, and I put some yarn to keep it together. I use this especially when I draw, but also when I give graphic journaling classes. And then I have this weird, I don't know, sort of shelf, and here I have all the graphic journals I've kept in 2020 5, and some of them I still need to film to make a graphic journal tour, but yeah, maybe I need to do this. And another jar for pencil, another jar for sort of useless but sometimes useful for texture colored markers, and then I have color pens. My favorite brand of pen is this Mitsubishi Uniball. Let's do like this. I want to show it to you. Okay, this is my favorite brand. The black should go here. Black pens, color pens, this one should go here, because here we have these color marker that aren't like marker, simple marker, but watercolorable marker. And so this should go here, and this should go here, and this, yeah, no, this here, it's a pen. Then I have all sorts of pencil sharpener and rubber gums, and then I have bianchetto, and then I have glue, and also this kind of color, this kind of pencil, which are called erase. I don't know if you know this kind of, they are like pencil that you can, yeah, this is the color erase. Color erase are pencil that you can very easily erase, that you can use as a way of sketching. And then I have this because I use a lot of disposable, this is like yogurt, because sometimes I use acrylic ink, and acrylic ink, I don't like to use it into my watercolor dishes. Those are my watercolor dishes. I have two of them. One is here, and as you can see, I used it with a acrylic ink, and the acrylic ink is like plastic, but they are pretty cool. So those are the acrylic ink. Their color is very, very bright, but also once they have settled and dry, you cannot dilute them anymore. To put water, I use Nutella glasses, of course, and sometimes I use this kind of watercolor, but when I'm working on my book, I use this. I love watercolors like, let me show you. So watercolor, which is not sold into solid cubes, but which is sold into tubes. So it's like paste watercolor. I discovered this when I was in illustration school, and then yeah, you can dilute it and use it. Anyway, I don't know why I'm doing this here. Then I have this, I have this. Let's make it bigger. Okay. And then we have, so those are the colors, and I use, sometimes my table, it's like this. It's a little bit of a mess, and unfortunately, I see the wall, because my table is pretty long, and also under this table I have like paintings and my book Born to Lose, and things I don't know, I should put them away. But anyway, the thing is that this long table, if I put it like here, just to see like the window, I couldn't, um, I couldn't pass by anymore, and I want to keep the way to the window accessible. And so sometimes it's weird to work and look at the wall. So I have two different options. Option one is here. I put my laptop or my iPad, and I watch a movie or I listen to a podcast. Those days I'm loving the podcast Mayim Bialik, the actress, neuroscientist who played in Amy in Big Bang Theory. And she has a podcast with her husband called Breakdown, and it's so fun. And so sometimes I listen to this podcast in which she invites all sort of weird people that see future or go past their bodies or have near death experience, all sort of things. And she's a neuroscientist but also passionate about those things, so it's a very fun podcast because she tried to understand. Or my other option is this one. Wait, I have one other option when I want to work and that I don't want to see the wall. What I do is pardon the washing machine noise, but what I do is I go work in my living room. I work here, even though there is the kitchen and there is the big window, and this is my drying clothes. This let's keep it real. But when I work here, I have two windows, and it's very nice. But I can only do this when there is no one at home, because I like to don't be disturbed. I don't like to engage in um, in and interrupt myself. So when luckily I have at home my partner or my daughter, and it's cool. Uh, I don't want to get frustrated and working like in the living room while they come home, and instead of being happy, I'm like, I'm frustrated because I want to keep my bubble of working. So when um, the flat is shared, I work here, and sometimes it happened that my partner is at their home and my daughter is at their father, and I squat the living room, and I enjoy this so much. Um, then back to the desk. Mm, what can I tell you more? Um, Maybe what I can show you is what did I bought. If you follow me on social media, you already know maybe, but I suffer from back pain because I love to eat, and I don't do much sport those days. I, since I'm taking testosterone for my gender transition, I must admit that I enjoy more sport that is like strength strength exercise, because I need to this kind of um, yeah, I need this kind of exercise. And sorry, I've moved. So I, since I'm taking testosterone, I have stopped. In some way, I've stopped doing yoga. I don't think it's like a masculinity thing, but it's more like testosterone made my body stronger, but in some way um, less flexible, because this is the role of the estrogen. And so I enjoy yoga less, also because I have like gastric reflux, and when each time I do my downward facing dog, I want to puke. So I stop this. I do less sport in this way. I do more strength training, and my back hurts. So this is what I bought. By the advice of my friend Alessandra, which is a yoga teacher, and and she's the teacher of the only yoga class I still take. And I say to her that I have so much pain in my back when I sit. And so she said to me, why don't you buy a yoga ball? And so now I have this yoga ball. And if you follow me on Instagram, you must have seen my reel in which I jump on this ball, in which I try to make sense of how to do content now that the social media has changed. And I tried this, and maybe it's a little bit cringe, but honestly, this ball is very comfortable. From graphic journal to graphic novel, I didn't talk about the actual graphic novel, since it's been a month in which I didn't work a lot on the graphic novel, because I needed to work, to think about Strangeland, to try to draw tattoo flashes, to tattoo and gain money. And also I launched my shop. Like I migrated my shop from WordPress, from my website. I migrated to Shopify, and I'm so happy, even if it's a little bit expensive for now, because I don't have too much traffic on my shop, because I still don't know how to drive traffic to this shop. But all the people who already bought t-shirts and goodies and merch from my website are those people I love, and they love me back, because they support what I do. So I've spent a lot of days slash weeks on this, and also I was working on an illustration for a book about gay men, gay peoples in Italy in the 50s and the 60s, and I can wait it to be out. It will be out. Anyway, I will tell you more. But so I've spent days and days and days also drawing gays, and it was amazing. But so I didn't work a lot on my graphic novels. I was waiting on a grant, but I have no news. So I guess that maybe I didn't have it, and I'm so sad, but it's okay. Also, if you are here, if you are seeing this, probably you are on Patreon. And if you are seeing this and you are still not on Patreon, come on Patreon on the Graphic Journal Club, because you can support me, you can receive merch, like free merch after 3 months you've been there, or every 3 months if you choose the highest tier. And you can come to class, like I can actually teach you graphic journaling, and we can draw together at the end of the month. And you can come if you are not already there or here. And if you are already here, thank you. I'm thirsty, so now I'm going to say bye bye. If you are watching this and you want to know more, and you want to leave a comment, you want to subscribe and all these things, like let's keep in touch, let's stick together. And thank you also for keeping up with my non-professional way of creating content, on creating videos. I'm feeling I used to have this YouTube channel back in 2009 or 2010, when my daughter was very young, and I used to post baby wearing videos on how to bring your baby and your toddler on you with, baby carrier. I guess you can find still on YouTube, if you look for Nikos Balboa, baby wearing, you can see me as a mom. But I guess that I still use videos and Patreon and YouTube and Instagram like this. I didn't catch the train in which now everybody who creates content is very professional, is very trained, has a lot of material, and I guess I will never, I guess I've missed that train and I will never went on the train, and I guess it's okay. I love photocopies, as you see before, and I guess it's okay. If for you it's okay, stick with me. If not, it's okay. Let me know. Maybe you can tell me, please have a more professional setup. Don't have all this mess behind you, and buy a new candle, because this one it's like almost at the end. And okay, thank you for watching, and keep in touch. See you next month.